Alright, this is another project guitar I got. This is a guitar I got several weeks ago, and I called it Snow White because I've never owned a white guitar. This is my first white. I'm going to do a few things with this. We're going to do a good setup on it, put some new strings on it, 942s. We're going to sand down the edges here of the frets, get them nice and smooth. And then I don't know what else I'm going to do. Not much, I think. I think I'm going to kind of leave this alone. We'll swap out the string trees for some better ones. Oh, and this knob it goes like sideways. I'm going to see if I can turn this so it'll go back and forth this way instead of at a diagonal. Just seems funny to me. Anyway, so we've got everything we need to get going on Snow White here. So the first thing we'll do is take all the strings down with the magic of the Happy Unwinder. The strings that come on this are pretty crummy, so we'll upgrade the strings and stuff too. I think I mentioned that already. We'll take a quick pop on these guys, and then we'll change the string ties. Oh my God, who installed these? I think these are factory installed. Anyway, we'll take the strings off, we'll take the string ties off, and then we'll get back to you. So, hang tough. I'll be back in a second. Well, I forgot. One of the first things you should always do when you're getting a new guitar, or even a new-to-you guitar, is check the neck. See what you got for straightness, starting right out of the box. I'm on the wrong scale here. Let's go up. There we are. Is that right? No, we're still not in the right place. That's not the right neck place. I got the wrong device. All over the place here. I got the wrong thing. Anyway, I'll be right back. I got another one. All right, I just had the wrong side in the wrong place. So we're looking at this neck, and the neck has got just a slight bow in it. Just a slight bow. So we could do a little neck relief, just for the, so we'll do a little truss rod adjustment. There we go. Let's do a little tight. And we'll check it again here and see what we did. If anything happened. Oh, I think that did it. We just did a little tighty, and that straightened the neck right up. So that was worth taking a look at. So that's the end of that part. Phase one. So we'll go back to taking the strings off after we did a minor truss rod adjustment. All right, one of the things I said I wanted to do was to try to make an adjustment here. And I've got a pair of coated pliers, I don't know if you can see them, with the plastic inserts. And I'm going to use that to loosen up this nut that holds that positioner. And then see if I can turn this to get it to go the other way so it goes up and down. No big deal. Just a little thing that annoys me. And have it set up the way I want it to be. That's snug now. Yeah, now it goes up and down. Front to back, front to back, front to back. and I've got the plastic. There's a plastic protective coating on the pickguard on this guy. But they never, they don't take it off. It's a protection. So what you got to do to get it off, really, the best way is to loosen up all the screws, because it gets stuck under the screws when you try to peel it away. So if we just loosen these guys up just a little to get the pressure off the top of the pickguard, it should slide right out. Should. It's with a capital UD. So we'll do this, then we'll find an end and see if we can get the plastic protective coating to peel up. You can see it's peeling up here already. So we got to get it started with a fingernail and raise it up. There it comes. Let's see if we can get it to go somehow. Maybe I'll take that screw all the way out, the first one. This pickguard screw. There it goes. Okay, now you can see it peels up fairly easily. It's embedded around that screw I just tightened in here. So I may have to go back and loosen that up again to get all the stupid plastic out from underneath. So that gets all that stuff loose. One more screw to cut free from around the adjustment, and that's terrible too. Alright, so I gotta undo my handiwork here to get this to release nice and clean. Alright, so now that's out from there. You can see my switch position. I don't want to lose my switch position by tightening this down again. There we go. Alright, so that's tight, and it goes up and down essentially. So the other thing we've got to do now is put the pickguard screws back in, or the one that I took out. And I think there's just one layer on there. Sometimes there's two. Sometimes there's two, and it really screws up the way it, you think you're shining up the plastic, and all you do is shining up the, the plastic on the pickguard. You try to shine it up, and it's the coating, the plastic protective coating, and that doesn't shine up nice and shiny. That shines up ugly. Alright, so we'll tighten those guys all back down again. And I've still got little pieces of stuff sticking up around the pickups. So maybe we'll loosen up and get that stuff out by loosening up the pickups. In their position to the pickguard. The other thing I've got is some white knobs. I'm going to change those black ones and put a white volume and a tone, just for the heck of it. What the heck? We're going to go white, we'll go white. I know the humbucker covers are black, and the knob control is black, but you can't have everything. Alright, so my nitpicking time. I'm going to release these things. I'll be back in a minute, okay? This is just time for me to
Right,
so we've gone ahead and taken the knobs off, the black knobs. I'm going to put the whites on. I cleaned up all that plastic. Now we're going to get some rosinol, lighter fluid, to use to clean up the whole thing, just to get all the oil and stuff off of here. We'll clean up the fretboard because we're going to add the decals, the stickers, to the fretboard here in a few minutes. And the rosinol just takes away any of the oils and the crap that's covering this thing, and it'll clean it all up nice. It'll clean the chrome, it'll clean the body, it'll take all the fingerprints and all the stuff from handling it off. And then do the fretboard one more time and get any oil that there may be on here off, so that the fretboard decals will stick good. Okay, and that'll dry up and dry off immediately. You know, there's no residue left. That's why it's a good cleaner, because it's a good cleaner. So we've got that stuff is all ready. Now the next thing we'll do is go up here to the headstock, and we'll take off these the string trees that are on here now, because we're going to replace them. Right. So let's get these guys off, and I may reuse these screws, because these are the ones that are in the current holes, and they should fit right back in there real nice. Sometimes the ones you get with the replacements are a different size screw. They may be a little different length or a little different diameter, you know, width. And that can be a pain in the neck to get these to seat really well again. Not a big deal, little teeny tiny stuff. So take the screws out of there, and we'll get ready to reuse them in the new string trees. So that's those two guys. Now I got a couple of fender ones, and I got a couple off the shelf from other guys. Actually, like these ones better. The look of them better, I should say. Because the Fender ones have little teeny tiny ears. They just look real small. I don't know. I'm not real impressed with the genuine Fender part. But these guys have bigger ears. You know, they stick out a little bit bigger. So we'll put these guys on. We'll get the screws. And we'll place it in the device, ready to go. And then we'll lay it into the hole. And this should tighten right down, just like it came out of. And make this process simple, he hoped. So the height of that is a little different, but it's tightening down nice because it's going into its own pre-drilled hole. So we'll do the second one the same way. We'll reuse the screw that was there, put it into the screwdriver, lay it into the hole, he hoped. There we go. All right, and then we'll tighten it down. It's taking a good bite. What I don't want to do is to break the screw, which I've done before. You get a little bit over enthusiastic and you give the head a turn, and the head turns right off the screw, and it leaves the screw down in the hole. So now you've got a problem to get the dumb thing out. What a pain. Anyway, so that's the string tree replacement done. And the next thing we need to do is take a look and make sure all these pickups are tight. What have I got here? That's an 11. Let's see if I can find the 10, because I think it's a 10. It's figure. My 10. Let's see if it is a 10. By God, it's a 10. Okay. So that's snug now. I think these are all just a little bit loose. I think when they put them in, the wood shrinks a little bit or something in transport. And then, because they're never tight. When they're new right out of the box, they're never tight. So that's that. Oh, and the other thing I did is I lined up all the holes with the strings that are in about the same place, because it's really a pain in the neck to go hunting for the hole. I find that really annoying. So that's that. Now the next thing we're going to do is just do a brief sanding of the side of the fretboard. Can you see this? You can't even see what I'm doing. All right, let's go over here. And we'll go down the fretboard. And all I got is a piece of block sand, sandpaper. I'm just going to go right up the edge and run a couple of times up here. Take the burrs right off, doesn't do any damage to anything. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Although the real place it needs to be done is on the bottom side. Because if you're going to have a burr that's going to bother you, it's going to be over here. Alright, so we did that. And that deburrs all the frets. And it doesn't do any damage to the fretboard. And that's pretty good. Alright, so now what we did with the Rossignol stuff, we'll do again to get rid of all that powder from the sanding and so that there's nothing still on that fretboard. Because the next thing we'll do is we'll do the decals. Because I'm going to do them on here. I think that's going to be nice because of the white and the rose pattern that I've got. I'll show you that in a second. We'll get ready to go with that. So there's no burrs. That's nice. So that's all nice and smooth now after a simple process. So we got these Giacomo. I think they're Giacomo. I hope they are anyway. But that's the stickers that go on here. The rose. We're going to do the rose pattern. And I think it'll go well with the white. I really do. See which way this goes. Alright, so that's an extra that could go, actually that could go up on the headstock, perhaps. And that works its way down. There's the pattern guide. So it says we should start on the 2nd fret. So we'll do that and we'll get rolling. Where's my scissor? I don't have my scissor here. Let me grab a scissor. I want to see if this rose might fit on this headstock. Wouldn't that be just cute? Maybe. So if we cut this out, we can take a look. And if it doesn't fit well on the headstock, I'm going to use this on the body. I can put it up on the top edge of the body here. So if we cut this out kind of careful, maybe that's a better place to put it, is on the body. I don't know. We could have everybody call in and vote. So that's the rose up on the headstock. So that'll fit. That could go there. I just got to trim it down a little bit, I think. Oh, not at all. That could be right there like that. Or, decision number 2 would be to put it like up here in the corner of the guitar and then run the others down. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Always thinking. Gives me a headache. I'm thinking headstock. I don't know why. I don't know. So if we go there, the problem is once I do it, I can't undo it. So I got to commit. So I think I'll put the commitment off. I'll be like a politician. Vote on it tomorrow. So the first thing we'll do is we'll start working down here on the fretboard, and we'll get back to that decision in a while. So what we're going to do is trim these down close. We'll trim off the bottom edge so we can get right next to the fret, and we'll place the second decal first because that's a more critical positioning, because this one's going to go up here all by its onesie, and I can lay that anywhere, you know. What I got to do is cover that the fret marker. So here we go. Oh, and I got my Alice pick. You need a couple of things. You need a good stiff pick, and once in a while you need help with a lift. So I use a push pin. And then what you do is rub these on the front side so that the decal sticks to the clear top when you peel away the backing. So you try to peel the backing away from the sticker rather than the sticker away from the backing. Oh, here's a UPS guy. Be right back. This could be important. All right, so that was important. That was the preloaded pickguard. Now I forget which way this goes. This is my next one. It's got to go that way, so this is going down. My preloaded pickguard for the other guitar that we're working on, that we're in the middle of. So this has got to go over this way. And this, as they say in the trade, is close. Very close. That's a tight fit. But it fits, and it's covered. And then we'll go with this one and stick this on top, and then makes the alignment easier. Because we've already done the tough job of covering the hole, the fret marker. Oops, whoops, as they say in the trade, whoops. All right, I think that's good. Give that a push. And now that's down, and that's the beginning of the fretboard project. So the next thing we got to do is to move up to here and make that connection. Right? All right, so I'll finish these up, and I'll get back to you. Or we could stay. And if you stay, you could fast forward later if you wanted to, and just go through this, which you can always do anytime you're watching any of these videos. I do it all the time in videos that I watch of other people. I want to see what I want to see, and sometimes I watch it beginning to end, sometimes I don't. All right, so that's that. So let's make this connection here nicely. This is going to be a close fit. I don't want that there yet. Oh, I'm jumping ugly. Oh, it came back up, thank God. Okay, let's try this again. Shit. As they say in the trade, oh shit. There, I think that's better. Boy, these are tight fit. These go right to fret. And then you peel it straight back. You don't lift it up. If you lift it up, you got a tendency to pull the decal itself back up again. You don't want to do that. I don't think you do. If you wanted to, you could. but I don't think that's what you want to do. Now, I might take an 11 blade, not an 11 blade, this isn't the hospital, a sharp blade there and just chop the end of that off because it's so close. It's kind of lapping up into the fret, which may give it more of a tendency to lift. So I think let's do that right now. So I get my Super Deluxe sharp blade thing. We'll make a cut right under the fretboard. Let's see if we can cut that little piece away. That's working real good, huh? Sort of, kind of not. I think I just peeled it away. Not sure where it went, but I think I did peel it away. I hope I did anyway. So that's that one. So we got a few more of these to do. We'll work our way down, cover the whole fretboard, and we'll get back to you. Okay, just a quick sneak peek. We're almost down. We're working on it. We're getting very close. I like this. It's looking pretty good. Got a few more to do, and then we'll be done. And I'm leaning more towards putting the rose down on the body. I'm thinking that's where it's going to go, is down like that. But we still won't make a final decision yet. The day is still young. Okay, so now the fretboard's all done, and I'm still trying to think about the rose. I think I'm going to put it on the body right there. So let's go ahead and we'll do that right now while we're all looking at it. I think this is coming out very good. I don't know what I've had against a white guitar for all these years. I never wanted one. I thought white was boring. But white can be a background and give you a good palette to work on. So now this is going to be the white rose guitar. So that's that. And then we'll peel this up. Actually, I could leave the cover on and protect it. Couldn't I? Nah, we'll peel it away. It's supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be gone. So let's see if we can peel this off and not have any residual. There. So that's that. Where's my Alice? Here's Alice. Alice is a stiff pick that I use for flattening these things out really good. And so that's all sticking. Okay. So that's good. So the next thing we need to do is put on a set of strings and see how it plays, see how it looks. Oh, the knobs. We're changing the knobs. Meet me down the back here. All right, so we went from the black knobs, those are coming off. We'll go with white in the tone. These go all the way to the right. And the tone is so you can read it. And we'll put that down hard, right there. And then we'll put this one down hard, right there. And that's volume and tone. All right, and those will work fine. So that's that. All right, so we'll be back in a minute. We'll straighten it. I got one other little flourish I'm going to put here that I found. There's a headstock decal. And we did Steve's Custom Squier. Also, we need Alice to give this a good rub. So it'll stick to itself and come off nice here. See if we can get this to separate just the way it's supposed to. Okay, so it all came off nice. Now let's see if we can lay it down nice. Right in here. The white. Good. It's gone down good. trusty little pin. See, all these things come in handy all of a sudden. Let's see if we can get this to peel away without destroying what we came here for. So far, so good. Ah! Got one little piece that flicked when it should have flacked. There. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. All right, so give that a push. Nice. I'm very happy with the way this little white guitar is coming out. It's everything I hoped it would be. It's beyond my expectation. It's pretty cool. All right, so now it's time for the dreaded strings to go on, and we'll see how it all works. Because the real reason you make a guitar is to play it. So the next thing we'll do is put the strings on and see how this all goes. All right? All right, be back. Okay, so this is going to get some of the Ernie Ball custom gauge nickel wound 42 to 9. I bought a bunch of these the other day, so I'm using them up. They seem to be a pretty good string. I don't know what makes one string better than the other. I like the flavors. I like the flat ones I got, but I only got one pair left, and I'm saving that to go on the little black guitar that we got to work on yet. Give this a little tip. That one's up. There's one up. It's one in a row. So I'll throw the rest of these on, and I'll get back to you when we're ready to tune up and show you the finished product, okay? Because I think this is coming out really well. As somebody who didn't like white guitars, what we've come to here is to really like this white guitar. Snow White, actually, is what we christened it when I took it out of the box and first started talking about it. I did play a song on this right out of the box and put it up, and it worked pretty good. But I'm going to have it working even better now, I think. We'll find out in a little while, won't we? Okay, so there's another string going in. Well, I told you I was dropping you off, but what you can do is stay there. If you get bored, you can fast forward, change the station, watch something else, do whatever you want. You're big kids now, and make those decisions on your own. I don't know, working on guitars is fun. It really helps to ease my mind. Keeps me, I think, flat and level. I've developed quite a guitar collection. I think I own about 40 guitars. I think they're fun. I think there's a lot worse habits to have. Don't smoke, and I don't drink, and I don't run around. I'm not sure anybody's ready to run around with me anyway. Life is an adventure, and I'm on a new adventure of life. So far, it's going okay. I'm living a different world. That one finally come through nice. And now the test of all time, putting the little teeny tiny string, the 9, and trying to get it up the tunnel here. I always have a very hard time getting this tiny string in. Ooh, thought I almost had it there. I thought I almost had it, and it got away from me. I'm right on the cusp. Ooh, 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 that's it. Okay, 6 for 6. We're good now. And then we'll come up the other end and we'll set them up. We've got to finish the setup, so we still got a fair amount of work to do here still. We've got to do the strings, and then we've got to set the pickup heights, we've got to set the string heights, we've got to make sure the action is good. We'll check the intonation. So this game's far from over yet, but we'll get the majority of it done now. I'm not sure I'll finish this tonight. I'd like to, but I'm not sure I've got the enthusiasm for the game yet. No, I told you I lined all these up so I'd know where the hole was. I'm still having a hard time finding the hole. Come on, baby. Come through. There it goes. Okay. Now we'll give that a tug. Give it a tug up. We'll give it a turn. And then we'll take a rough look at where the action is. Because finally with the string on, we'll get some idea where the hell we are. Where are we? Oh, that looks pretty good. This is going to be pretty close. So if I take a quick look, I know you can't see what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is check the string height on this first one, just because I'm curious to see if I lost much or gained much. Oh man, I am such a butterfinger sometimes. All right, let's see how many 64ths we got here. All right, we're just below 4. So that's a little low, actually. Not bad. But we'll finish putting the strings on and see where we are. And then we'll try to tune it up and try to make everything right. We'll check the pickup height and stuff, but that's still down the road. Well, now, we've got the strings all on. What we're going to do now is see if we can tune her up. See how that'll go. All right, so that's tuned. Looks good, though. I think it looks really nice. We still got to do all the final setup stuff, okay? The string height is looking pretty good. I'm going to check that again. We've got to set up the pickups, the pickup height. We've got to check the string height again. We'll check the intonation. But I think it looks pretty doggone good. I like the white. I like the inlays. I like the way it's come out. This is a Squier Mustang. I have a blue one of these. This is a nice playing guitar. Double humbucker. $1.50. Great guitar. All right, so we just checked the intonation, and that's in pretty good shape. So I'm not going to do anything else with that. Now we'll check the pickup heights. And that's actually pretty close on this side. Might be just a trifle low. That's good. That one's low, not wicked low, just a little low. Turned it the wrong way. Turn it down, it comes up, I think. Is that the way it works? And now let's try the treble side and see how much treble we can get into. Treble's low there. It's a little low there. So we want to bring it up. So if we go righty, we come up, I think. Still a little low. Still, geez, that's pretty good. The front one's still low. Bring that up a bit. Still too low. That's good. Oh, let's bring it up just a trifle. Okay, that should be good. All right. So that's the setup. Let's check the string height once again and see where we are. Just a skosh on the floor. But that plays good without any buzz. All right, let's take it out in the other room and we'll play it. We'll put the guitar strap back on and make it semi-official that the white guitar, Snow White, is ready to be heard in the castle. Okay, so let's pick this up, let's bring it in the other room, and let's give it a plunk. Okay, here's a test run with the new, improved Snow White Mustang Squier. Mustang. What do you call this thing? It's a Mustang Bullet. I forgot. But it's white, it's cute, it's got the rose pattern. We did the inlays. We had sanded the fretboard, sanded the frets on the sides. We replaced the knobs with white. We did the inlays. We did some headstock stuff. We tuned it up. And we're playing it up. Well, it's very nice. All done up. Pretty good. Come out very nicely, I think. And it's even marked with the name of the guy who did the makeovers. Steve's Custom Squier. Cute. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Here's the completed Squier Affinity Bullet. Nice neck, nice fingerboards done, nice rose pattern. Changed the color of the knobs, adjusted everything, got it good. There's the headstock, Steve's Custom Squier Mustang by Fender. Double humbuckers, looking good, looking very good.